Hi everyone, this is Becca with the Frosted Flamingo, and today I'm going to show you how to make a paper pinwheel. So what you will need for this project is a piece of construction paper, 8.5 by 11 inches. You'll need some scissors, a pencil with an eraser at the top, one sewing pin, just like that, 2 pieces of ditalini pasta, so this tiny little round pasta, and then some markers. All right, so step number 1 is to fold your piece of paper in half, just like that. And if you received the kit from the town of Silverthorne, your paper has already been folded, so all you will need to do is cut down that crease. Another thing that you can do is just rip that paper using the side of a table. Either way, you'll end up with 2 pieces of paper just like this. Okay, next I'm going to take one of these pieces of paper and decorate one side using my markers. So as you can see here, I've just created a polka dot pattern on one side, and I haven't bothered to decorate the bottom because we're going to cut that part off anyway. Okay, once you've done that, you'll take the top left corner of that piece of paper and bend it down to meet the right side of the piece of paper, making sure that the edges align on the right, and then gently press that crease down, resulting in a shape like this. So you have a triangle and a rectangle at the bottom. And now we're going to take our scissors and remove that rectangle. All right, and you can just set that rectangle aside, and then you have your triangle here. We're going to unfold that, and we have a nice perfect square. Okay, and as you can see on this square, we already have the one crease down the center here, and we want to make another crease going the opposite way. So I'm going to fold the top corner down to meet the bottom corner, press down on that crease once more, okay. And as you can see, we now have 2 intersecting lines that cross right in the middle. Okay, sounds good. Now we're going to take our scissors and we want to cut a line from each corner halfway down the crease towards the center. We only need to cut halfway down each crease, and so for every corner, we're going to get 2 triangular flaps just like that. So going towards the second corner here, and the third, and the fourth. So when we're all done, we will have 8 flaps, 2 on each corner. Okay, next, we'll take our sewing pin and we're gonna poke a hole in one of those flaps. So I'm just starting at the top here, top left flap, left side. I just poked a small hole through that triangular flap. Now I'm going to move clockwise around the square, skipping every other flap. So this flap is going to remain without a hole, and then I'm going to move over here, poke a hole in approximately the same spot towards the top of the triangle, and skip the next piece, move on to my third hole, third flap, and then one more right here. So I have 4 holes, 1 in each corner. And then for our 5th hole, we're going to go right through the center of the square where those creased lines intersect. So 5 holes total. All right, next, I have my sewing pin still. I'm gonna poke a hole in the top of my pencil. So this is just to make our lives a little bit easier in the upcoming steps, but just try to get that pin as far down as you can and then pull it back out again. All right, now comes the construction part. So what we're going to do is take our square here, and you can flip it back over so the design side is face down. And we're going to fold in each corner that has a hole. So folding in, it doesn't matter where you start, I'm going with the top left first, but I'm folding that triangular flap inwards so that point is exactly in the center of the square. I'm going to do the same thing with the next flap with a hole, holding them all down in the center. And then one more here. So you have 4 flaps that are folded in and 4 flaps that are sticking out. And you're going to start to see that pinwheel shape. There you have it. Okay, once we've done that, we'll use our pin to connect everything and hold it all together. So you can release your pinwheel here. We'll take our pin and bend it into a 90-degree angle. And if you're really little and you're doing this project, you might need an adult to help you with this part. You don't want to poke yourself with that pin, but we have about 90-degree angle here. And then what I'm going to do is take that pointy part of the pin and go through all of those holes. So you can do those in the order that those flaps are stacked. So it's going through 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, and then it's going to go through the back of that paper as well. Holding it all together and really getting that nice pinwheel shape. Awesome. And those flaps might want to pop up on you, so do your best to just hold them all down. This is really the hardest part right here. And then you're going to pull that pin through the back end. And so you have that lovely little pinwheel shape. And holding it all together, pressing it down, we're going to take that ditalini pasta and string it onto the pointy end of that pin. So 1 and 2. And then final step here, poke that pin into the top of your eraser. You can try to find that hole that you made earlier. That should make your life a little bit easier. So pressing it down. You want to make sure you get that pin in there as much as possible so that your pinwheel doesn't fall out. And you have that ditalini there, which is creating some space between the pinwheel and the pencil, and that's what's going to allow your pinwheel to spin. So if you don't have that space already, you can play around with the angle of the pin and see if that makes a difference. But of course, you'll want to test it and make sure it works. So let's see here. I'm going to adjust that pin a little bit, create a little bit more space. Let's try again. That works pretty well. Awesome. So that is it. That's how you make a pinwheel. Pretty easy. I hope you enjoyed the project today, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.